President Trump is floating a plan to shake up the housing market in a bid to boost younger buyers. The president now backing the idea of 50-year mortgages, comparing it to FDR's embrace of the 30-year in a Truth Social post. And now the White House's top housing official, Bill Pulte, confirms they're working on it, calling it a complete game changer. Joining us now, real estate analyst and broker Jenna Stauffer. Jenna, it's good to have you with me this morning.
Thank you for having me.
So let's take a look at this. Even some of the president's closest allies, they're not totally sold on this idea. In fact, Republican Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene says she doesn't like the idea at all, tweeting in part, "It will ultimately reward the banks, mortgage lenders, and home builders, while people pay far more interest over time and die before they even pay off their home." But Jenna, prices have kept a ton of potential home buyers on the sidelines. So what impact would 50-year mortgages really have?
Well, the fact that we're even talking about 50-year mortgages, I think that shows just how broken affordability has become. And I have to start by saying that if you talk with people around the country, they will tell you that their number one source of economic anxiety, it is housing. The median household, they're paying around 40% of their income on housing. That's way above what's recommended, and that's way above what's healthy. Now, in regards to this 50-year mortgage, look, this is a bold proposal, and I have to say that I like bold ideas. I like seeing too that housing is being treated as a top priority, because it really has to be. I think that this comes with some pros and cons. Look, if we look on the pro side, what it does is it can help people lower their monthly payment. This can really serve as a bridge to help people get into the door. There are millions of Americans that still believe that home ownership, it is the American dream. They want to get into the housing market, but they're simply priced out. And of course, the con is that you're going to have a higher total cost of the house. It's also going to be a slower buildup of equity. So there's pros and cons that people would have to weigh with this.
Yeah, doesn't Marjorie Taylor Greene have a point here that Americans would eventually be paying more over time, that the greatest benefit goes to the banks, the mortgage lenders, and the home builders? I mean, I just wonder whether or not people that aren't, real estate brokers like yourself, that aren't wise to the game, won't even realize that they're going to pay more in the end.
They might not realize that. And again, this was just proposed this weekend. We'd have to see how everything plays out. I think people are just so desperate to get into the housing market. As I mentioned, affordability, this is the top concern. When you look at affordability, you compare it to income, affordability, it is the most stretched that it's been in decades. We actually just received the latest numbers on the age of the average first-time home buyer. It's up to 40 years of age. Just 5 years ago, that number was at 33. We're having around 21 homes out of every 1,000. It's 28 homes out of every 1,000. They've been changing hands this year. This is the slowest turnover that we've really seen in so long. So there is an issue with affordability. Real estate is very cyclical. We're in a really tough cycle, and unfortunately, it's going to take time. There's no magic wand that is going to make it affordable. People are just having to be creative, and you have to stay flexible if you want to get into the housing market.
All right, let's take a look at the average 30-year mortgage rate. It's now a little bit more than 6%, 6.22% to be exact. That's near the lows for the year, but it's still a far cry from the 3% mortgages that people could get as recently as 4 years ago. So what do you see ahead for this market, given that Fed Chair Jerome Powell has not committed to another rate cut this year?
So I don't foresee there's going to be much of a change immediately in mortgage rates. I think you have to find the positive in the housing market. So when I try to find some positive, remember in 2023, we were looking at mortgage rates that were around 8%. So now we're at least in the lower sixes. Also, something else that we're really seeing in the housing market is we're seeing a slowdown in price growth. We're really seeing the slowest price growth that we've seen in 2 years. So there's some slight changes on affordability that is going to help some Americans in 2026. But again, these are slight changes. And this is, again, why affordability keeps getting brought up, is there's still a lot of things that are holding people back.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.